State of New California, notice to all Californians, Chapter 2, Grievance 32, December 1st, 2020. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in the United States Constitution, Article 4, Sections 3 and Section 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence of January 15, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Preamble of the New California State Constitution states, we, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity. First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution states, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. The counties of New California State brought forward 95 Chapter 1 grievances between January 2018 and November 2019. On April 28, 2020, New California will issue 95 additional Chapter 2 grievances to be announced in public on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. State of New California, Grievance 32, Declaration of Grievance, Statement of Facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government violates the following. United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. United States Constitution, Article 6. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. First Amendment, United States Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. 14th Amendment, United States Constitution. Section 3. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress, or elector of president and vice president, or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state, who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress, or as an officer of the United States, or as a member of any state legislature, or as an executive or judicial officer of any state, to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. But Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. Order of the day, hearings for high crimes. We, the people of the unified counties of New California, seek the removal of the California State Governor, We are determined to stop the one-man rule of a pusillanimous, craven dictator whose words and actions are a grave danger to all U.S. citizens living in California. Crimes against we the people have been committed by people in high places. Justice is coming. We the people will not accept the guilty going unpunished. Some highly embarrassing moments are coming for those in public office. It is hereby suggested for all corrupt politicians to turn themselves in now or face the extreme consequences that they justly deserve. You may signal your cooperation by negotiating with we the people of New California. The light is about to shine. You will be routed out. On October 16, 2018, in Grievance 39, New California State gave a clear warning to the state and the nation with the following: voter intimidation. It is evident for all to see that the intimidation of voters in California is now a policy decision by the monoparty tyrants controlling the government and institutions of California. Intimidation is experienced at work, in the schools, and in the open marketplace. Voter intimidation occurs also by means of labor unions that collude with the monoparty tyranny to which they are beholden. Voter intimidation is not tolerable by the citizens of New California, and such behavior left unopposed by the tyrannical government in Sacramento is provocative and dangerous to the public safety and indeed the Union of the United States of America. This abuse of power has made California a place where the First Amendment is openly defied. Fraudulent elections, communist activism, community organizing, and the organized crime combined with the monoparty tyranny present throughout the areas under control of the monoparty California government have assured that the ballot booth is exercised by non-citizens, felons, and imposters. This is all done with impunity and with the sanctioned protection of the monoparty communist apparatus. Despite being well documented for decades, there has been no effort on the part of the state to secure our ballot booths, verify that imposters do not usurp the vote, and convict offenders of this, our sacred institution, paid for dearly with the blood of patriots and citizens. We, the citizens of New California, can no longer submit to fraudulent elections engineered for our own demise. Such an election would be morally repugnant and indeed traitorous. We, the citizens of New California, thereby declare that elections will be conducted in the state of New California with voter authentication and the absence of voter intimidation. To accomplish this end, the independence of the state of New California is morally imperative. Deprived of legitimate representation, independent elections, and independent government are the only way for citizens of New California to exercise their First Amendment rights as regards the vote. We, the citizens of New California, will not wait for election results to determine our own destiny. Self-determination and self-governance mandate statehood of the rural counties that comprise the state of New California. Today, December 1st, 2020, we are now discovering the extent of massive voter fraud, and we in New California State were grieving in Grievance 39, Chapter 1 on October 16, 2018, with the massive voter fraud that has been unleashed nationally. Yes, the massive national fraud had its origins in California, where the last 20 years our elections have been controlled by the likes of Dominion, Smartmatic, Sequoia, and other computer-driven election fraud machines and software. Now the truth is coming out and will be revealed to the entire world. Those that have given we the people this fraud will be warned. Crimes against we the people have been committed, and they have been committed by people in high places. Justice is coming. We the people will not accept the guilty going unpunished. Some highly embarrassing moments are coming for those in public office. It is hereby suggested that all corrupt politicians turn themselves in now or face extreme consequences that they justly deserve. You may signal your cooperation by negotiating with we the people of New California. The light is about to shine. You will be routed out. High crimes. Public officials, elected or appointed, who are involved in the certification of fraudulent ballots, corrupting the integrity of our elections, and providing aid and comfort to those who have rigged our elections is a high crime. Crimes committed by public officials who have sworn the oath of office are high crimes. The gravity of these crimes stems from the trust they hold in public office, and the punishment for such crime is more severe than would otherwise be the case if such crimes were committed by ordinary citizens. High crimes can also be committed by county supervisors or other public official holding an office in trust of the citizens. Treason by public officials. The founders of our republic were very lenient concerning the definition of treason, since the accusation of treason was something they themselves were subject to under British tyranny. However, Article 3, Section 3 states, treason against the United States shall consist only in levying war against them, or in adhering to the enemies, giving them aid and comfort. The crimes carry with it the most severe penalty allowed by law. Sufficient and overwhelming evidence is being produced which proves beyond the shadow of a doubt that those involved in fraudulent elections in California have provided aid and comfort to the enemies of the United States. Sedition. Sedition is defined as incitement of resistance to or against lawful authority. The commission of this crime by public officials in any capacity is also a high crime. 18 U.S. Code Chapter 115 articulates the penalties for these and similar crimes, which have been committed by public officials in California. Hearings. We, the people, demand public hearings by a citizens' commission to determine the extent of the voter fraud committed by the California state criminals who are seeking to destroy the United States of America. Insurrection. The government of California, the current socialist governor dictator, and monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the U.S. Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 and the Emergency Economic Powers Act are United States federal laws that govern the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. Acts of secession. The California government, in conjunction with the socialist state executive, instituted wherever the current socialist governor dictator has usurped power, has actively engaged in acts of secession and have created a reign of terror on United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America, to thus destroy the very union of states which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor dictator of California, the monoparty legislature, and local elected officials is evidence of abdication of their responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the citizens of the United States living in California state. Prayer. The citizens of New California State pray for the President to exercise his authority under the Insurrection Act of 1807 or the Emergency Economic Powers Act to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States citizens living in California State. This concludes these proceedings. NewCaliforniaState.com, phone number 877-828-27